Y'all, what is up? What is good? Welcome back to my channel. This is about to be a doozy. I have so much tea for you guys. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And let's just get right into this tea. Alright, so first we're going to start off with some Motive. Motive has released the practice videos for their choreographies that they created for the class missions. Let's go ahead and take a peek at that. 저번에 왔던 호시호지가 죽지도 않고 또 왔네. 저번에 왔던 호시호지가 감히 다 살아. What you gon' do? What you gon' do? 우리 음악 let's feel the echo. What you gon' do? What you gon' do?
Why?
All right, next up, we're going to get into one of the judges, Mike Song. So Mike Song, he started a podcast where he speaks about his experience with the show. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of the standout points from this podcast, and I'll leave my thoughts later.
In case you have no idea what Street Woman Fighter is, in short, it's this massively successful Korean dance reality TV show that I think has surpassed the pre-existing models of what dance TV shows used to be like. And what makes this season special are the international crews. Honestly, some of the sickest dancers in the world are competing this year. And from my experiences competing in shows like America's Best Dance Crew and NBC's World of Dance, I find that it's easy for people to forget the most important aspect of the entire experience. It's about a bunch of amazing artists coming together with their friends, hoping to change their lives. This is not some game, it's people's lives we're dealing with. And even for me, deciding to join this season as a main judge was a really difficult choice because I know how taxing it can be, especially if you actually care and take the judging seriously. And so today I wanted to talk about what it's like to judge a show like this. Honestly, it feels like the craziest double-edged sword because on one hand, it's a total honor. It's a privilege, and I'd consider this a landmark moment in my dance career, to be recognized in this way in my own motherland. But on the other hand, I knew this would come with a lot of weight and pressure. I was concerned about judging dancers that I respect with this kind of TV stakes at hands. I was concerned about the toxic fandom and social media culture that surrounds this show. I was concerned by all of it. But yeah, I was concerned about the idea of judging some of my peers on TV and opening that door to criticism on both sides. It's an incredibly vulnerable thing to put yourself out there in this super public way. So I was super torn about it. I was so torn that it came down to a conversation with me and Addie. And after talking it through, it finally came down to Addie suggesting that I use her Universe Splitter app on her phone. Basically, a Universe Splitter app is a decision-making app that provides you with two possibilities and it gives you the choice on what to do. And I actually asked the app twice whether or not I should go to Korea, just to be sure. And sure enough, both times, the app said to go to Korea. Out of love and respect for these dancers who are chasing their dreams, and out of a desire to share whatever I can to the next generation, especially as I enter this latter part of my career, I'm going to do my best to judge this TV show and hopefully do it with more care and context than anyone has before me.
Okay, I'm going to make sure to leave the link for that full podcast down below. Make sure you guys go take a listen of that. But honestly, with Mike's song, I can sense that he wants to take a lot of care with the show. Like, he wants to give out good results, and he wants to actually have like a strong voice for the dancers. I do feel like the problem with this season is that the editing is so incohesive, so it kind of paints the judges in a bad way, in a sense, because like with like certain results people are unhappy. But I generally feel like Mike's song, he wants the best for everyone, because as he said, like, this is like every dancer's life on the line, in other words, their career. So he doesn't want to like take away from anyone or any dancer. So I can respect him for that. But as I said, like I keep saying this, I even said this in my recap, the editing of this season is what's going to bring this show downhill. I'm not sure if they switched out like the storyline tellers and all, but it's just this season, I don't know. Like I feel like this might be a detriment for the Street Fighter series in the future. All right, so let's get into this tea with Royal Family and this copying choreo allegations. Y'all have been at their throat about this.
Get your ass up on the floor. On your hands if you want some more. Baby, really your crotch out. And beat the way we be blowing the spot.
Well, they are tired of the shade. The fans have been shading them. Mnet themselves added a segment of them shading them in the episode. I was honestly gagged when I saw that. And it's crazy. And they're tired of it. They're tired of the slander. So they spoke out about it. But the way that they spoke about it was kind of crazy. But they spoke out by responding to a comment on TikTok. Let me go ahead and insert that right now. Okay, so Harmony, she responded to a fan who made a video about this whole situation. And basically she responded with, all these assumptions and opinions, haters are my motivators. And the creator was like, I don't hate you guys. I just wish that you guys would have just created more original choreography. And then Tisha came in with the laughing emojis, and then someone else came in and joined the argument, and then Harmony ended up saying, damned if they do, damned if they don't. So basically they are tired of it. And to be honest, one thing I'm going to say is that I do feel like Mnet hates them, because why would they add that into the episode knowing these allegations? Because although Aaliyah did say with like the whole thing with them reusing choreo, I do feel like that was a bit shady, the way that they did that. But honestly, my stance on the situation is I don't really care. Like, I don't really have like a strong opinion, because I don't care. Because truthfully, all these crews, they're given like 3 days at most to make choreography for a mission, and they film for like 24 hours. Tisha literally was like in a TikTok, and she said that she was up for like 24 hours filming for the show. So honestly, it's a lot of pressure on them, because they don't get as much time to even be as creative as they want. Like, yes, some teams, they can make a whole choreo within like the hour or two that they're giving, like AG Squad. But all I can say is that Royal Family did come on a show, and their mission was to prove that they were as good as the older generation. And it's like a bit iffy. But as I said, I don't really care. But y'all, this just was some tea. It's honestly crazy. Alright, so let's get into some of this AG Squad tea. AG Squad, they've been throwing shade to Loki. They be in the comments too, replying and liking comments. But something that stuck out to me recently is when Kyra liked this comment right here under one of her posts, basically saying that she don't mess with the judges like that. One thing about AG Squad is that they're going to keep it vocal for sure. So I'm wondering what's the tea with that. I wonder if it's about the no respect mission or just some things that we haven't seen yet. But other than that, they also dropped the middle class dance practice. So let me go ahead and insert that.
Let's go! Push! Ha! Nice. Hey. That was better.
If you guys thought that the MC was safe, you guys were wrong. Hanbin is catching a lot of fire too, and it's honestly because of his MC skills. Okay, for one, people are really mad about this incident here. This is sped up, but when they were doing the team relay, Bums Up was already dancing for like half the song, and AG Squad didn't understand the rules and they felt like he should have interfered more. Honestly, no shade. I can see both sides because Daniel was such a good MC. Like, he gave us the reactions and he used to be quick to speak out when they would get too close to each other or whatever when they used to battle. So I can kind of see what people are saying, but then again, I feel like since Hanbin doesn't speak any English, I feel like he's a bit timid to communicate in that way. But in that clip, he was saying something. The music was playing so loud, so we didn't get to see exactly what was being said into the mic. But people were just saying that they felt like Bums Up were the ones actually pointing out that, hey, AG Squad, you are supposed to be dancing as well. But I'm not sure if this is his first rodeo MC. I think it may be. So I'm just going to give him a little bit more grace. But we still have a whole season to see what he's going to give. So let's just wait out and see. Another thing that I really want to get into is I really want to know how you guys feel about these Clash Mission songs. The internet is like, they hate it for real. Because, okay, to be honest, okay, let's get into it. The Middle Class is for sure the best song. The leader song is okay, but how can you guys not like the Ricky song? We have Sense and we have Mrs. 7 Days a Week. But honestly, here's my opinion. I need to hear the full songs, which we have to wait until episode 3. So I'm going to wait to hear the full song, and then I'll give you guys an update on how I feel. But ranking wise, it's going to be middle at number 1, then Rookie, and then last place will be leader. Okay, so let's get into this RH Tokyo hate. So people are really not feeling RH Tokyo, and they're getting a lot of hate, which is honestly crazy. I feel like every time, like every season, whichever crew has the color yellow, like they just have such bad luck with the fans. But people are really mad that during the no respect missions that they kept having group moments, like when Rihada had her moment when she went against Kaioka, and then during the team relays, they kept doing like group moments when they're supposed to do like a 1v1. But I feel like y'all taking it too far. No shade, because if y'all don't know, go check out my RT Tokyo introduction video. But they've been a team for like 10 years. So they have teamwork, and honestly, no shade. It's called a team relay, so I feel like it shouldn't be a crime to have some team moments. But then again, I do feel like with the 1v1s, they were kind of doing like it too many times. Like, it's okay if it's like one time, but then again, it did get kind of repetitive, which I can see why people get mad about that. Because no shade, I think my girl Rico did like 2 group moments when she was doing the team relay. But I don't really see a problem with it. Like, it's the team relay, and honestly, I feel like the main course of that mission was for them to show their teamwork. Then again, we weren't even given criteria of what we needed to see for that, which is another one of my problems with Mnet. Like, Street Fighter is just nothing but a money grab for them. But yeah, I feel like y'all doing too much. Calm down, no shade. Like, y'all doing too much for Aries Tokyo, and Aries Tokyo, they are such girls. Like, I feel like they're rooting for every team. Like, if you guys watch any clip of the show and you like watch Aries Tokyo, they're literally cheering on every single crew. So I'm like, no, like, don't do that with them. But let me go ahead and conclude this video. This video is now 16 minutes in. So y'all, this was just honestly all the tea from the past week. It was a lot. One thing I can say about this season is that all of the contestants are very vocal. Like, they're speaking out and they're speaking their mind. And I feel like it's because we don't have Korean teams. Because, you know, Korean teams are usually silent and they don't like to really air stuff out. They're very non-confrontational. But I'm loving this. I feel like with any other season, I wouldn't have been able to do this. But I'll keep my ears and eyes open for any more tea. And I'll see you guys for the episode 3 recap.